Hello there, it is White Scrap Wednesday. So today I'm going to show you how to make these little tags that have a little surprise that you can pull out. And as you can see, they're a little bit different than each other because this one's going from corner to corner and this one's going off to the side. Okay, but you can do it either way and I'll show you both ways. Alrighty, so what you're going to need is white scraps, you're going to need a colored scrap, and you're going to need some washi that matches your scrap. Okay, so what you're going to do, and you can do this any size. It doesn't matter how big or small you want to make it. That's totally up to you. Because no matter what size you do, then you want to find the center point at the top. And so just kind of find the middle, put a little mark, and then mark down about 1 inch and do one little dot there. Okay, we're going to create this into a tag. So I'm going to cut from this tick mark up to the center tick mark. Fold this over and cut the other side to make sure that that matches too. There, alrighty. So, and this can be any size you want it. Okay, it doesn't matter what size it is. If you would like to know what size mine are, then they are, this is 2 inches by 5.5 inches. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to find the middle point from this corner up to this corner right here, because we need to score it in the center. So I'm going to put mine on my board and find the middle. Let's see. So mine's about 4.5 inches long, so about 2 1/4 for mine. So I'm going to, at 2 1/4, I'm going to go ahead and there. And again, I'm just measuring from this point here, the side point, down to the bottom, because you want it folded in half. Okay? Alrighty, so there's that one, and I may as well go ahead and do the same thing to this one too, because we're going to do the same thing. Alright, so there, and then about 1 inch down, right there. So we're going to go ahead and do this too, and snip it from the edge to this corner, cut this one off, flip it over, and cut this side off. There you go. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. Find the center, and this is the same length. All right, so 2 1/4. There we go. All right, so now we're going to fold it on the crease and score it. Okay, fold this one on the crease and score it. Okay, so for this one that goes corner to corner, then all you have to do is just open it up and cut it from this corner to this corner. So that's all you got to do. So if you can do it with your scissors, go for it. If you think you can do it in one swipe, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. There you go. And that's all this is. Okay, it's just folded up and then you just put the tape on the edge. So, but we'll do that in just a moment. This one is, it's about 1 inch up, so you got to measure from here up to 1 inch. So the front flap here, so up to about 1 inch, put a little tick mark, and then you're going to cut from that tick mark up to the opposite corner. So from this tick mark here up to that corner. There we go. So that gives you the two different pockets. Isn't that cool? All right, these could be saved for something else. Alrighty, now we could take our hole punch and go ahead and punch a hole at the top. Punch a hole at the top. Okay, then we need a piece of decorative paper, and I've chosen this piece. So let's put this back in here, put this back in here. Alright, so now on this one, all you need is one piece for on the side of the tape. So first we got to cover it. So I'm just going to lay this on like this, and this tip is going to be covered up anyways, so that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down here to make sure it fits, and then go ahead and put your glue on the whole front. Okay, close it back up. Take your decorative paper and line it up on here. There we go. Press that down real good. Okay, open it up and you can see the line where you need to cut. Go ahead and cut off the excess. There we go. So this one's done. All we have to do now is just put the washi tape along the outer edge, because that's going to create this pocket. So we're going to take this and go ahead and line it up. Turn it over, snip it off the bottom. Make sure you put a little mark on your washi so you can find that end again. Okay, so then we're going to trim this up. Actually, we can leave. No, we better trim it up now. All right. So go ahead and trim it in there. And then we're going to fold it up and just fold this back behind. If any tape is hanging over, trim it off. And that's it. That's our pocket right there. Isn't that cool? To loosen the pocket up a little bit, you can go like this, squeeze it open, and then it relaxes it so that way you can slide your items in and out. Okay, so that one's made. So now let's do this one. So pretty much the same thing. We're going to take the paper, we're going to check it, and it should fit going across. It can leave that little tip on, exposed, because we're going to cover that up with tape, so that's okay. So we know it's going to fit, so let's go ahead and put some glue on this one. Go ahead and put glue all over the whole thing. And go ahead and take your paper and put it on there. Rub that on real good. Okay, then we're going to trim it off. There we go. And now we're going to put a strip of washi going from this corner down to this corner. And let it hang over. That's okay. You want it to hang over. And then we're going to take this, snip that across, put our little binder piece on there. Alrighty. So now we're going to take this and, you don't want to do it over halfway. You want to do it right on the edge, I'm sorry. So line this up right on the edge. There, that's better. Okay. There, that's what you want to do, right up against the edge. So now all you have to do is fold this up, tuck that in, or tuck it behind rather. Ta-da! How easy peasy is that? Then we just have to erase this little, whoops, where'd my pencil go? This little tick mark here, and this little tick mark here. There. So now that one's done. So that looks like this one. This one looks like this one. Alrighty, and now how do we make the rest of it? So depending on the size of your pocket that your tag pocket that you've made, then you want to go down about 1/2 inch. So this one's about 2 inches wide, so I did 1 3/4 inch wide. And then it's about 2 inches up, a little bit more than 2 inches up. So I did it 2 by 1 3/4 to make my little sleeve here, or my little tuck. So where'd my extra papers go? Right here. Alrighty, so that's what we've got to do. So we've got to cut this so that they're 1 3/4. And then by 2 inches. 2 inches and 2 inches. There we go. And that's an extra piece. All right. So now we just want to take the same washi so it'll match and go right across the top and then tuck it in behind. You can leave a little white trim on it if you want to. I kind of like doing that. Okay, but make sure you leave it a little bit to tuck behind. I'm going to go ahead and do both at the same time. Get that little finder piece and put it on there. All right, so now you want to tuck these right behind. And you can go all the way around if you want to, but I choose to just do it like this. Alrighty, and in place of, you can definitely use just paper strips also. You don't have to use the washi on the top. You can do the same thing with the paper strip. You just need glue on the top and bottom. And then put glue, fold this piece in half and put glue on the whole thing. Okay, put glue on this and fold the paper over if you want to use paper strip instead. All right, so we've got this done, the tuck done. And they fit into both of them. And now for the topper, I again used washi tape, and I used about 6 inches, gave me 2 pieces. So I need about 6 inches, so that's about to right here. So I'm going to go ahead and snip that off, get my finder piece again, put that on there. Alrighty, so now we're going to take this and we're going to fold it in half. Fold it in half right on itself to make a little piece of ribbon. All right. Fold it in half and fold it in half and fold it in half and fold it in half. There. Now you're going to point the tips. So just trim it so that they're pointed. And then find the middle. The middle's right there. And then snip that at a tip also. All right, that gives you 2 of them. So then you just put it in the little hole, slide it through, and you just tie a little knot. And when you pull it gently so that it's up and over the tip of that cardstock. Okay, so just like this. And then let the fold stay right in the front, because you want to pull this and then just squish it down, and then pull it a bit tight and squish it down. And there you go. That one's done. Then we can do this one. So again, put that little tip in, pull it through. Come on. So if you've got washi and white scraps hanging around, pull them out. Make some of these. These are fun. You could throw these in your Happy Mail. Okay, and remember to fold it. And see, and you're trying to cover up that pointy tip. So squish it down, pull it a little bit tighter, squish it down, and there you go. All right, and then all you have to do is put a message on there. This one, I cut a heart because I had some left over, just enough paper to cut a little heart out, so I did that. And then put a word on it. This one, I just put a word on it. So you can decorate these however you want to. All right, so I hope you like this idea and you'll give it a try. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.